A lot of times, most of the students who are taking my Excel course struggle with creating or finding out how to create the sample or example data sets to practice. And that's exactly what this tutorial or this video is going to be about, using AI to generate Excel data sets. So this video will demonstrate how to use ChatGPT to quickly generate data sets for various Excel tasks, from practicing basic skills to creating pivot tables. Whether you are dealing with large amounts of data or you want to deal with large amounts of data, or you need to quickly generate sample data sets, this AI powered method will revolutionize how you work with Excel. So let's work on this. So we are going to explore something that will save you a ton of time in Excel using AI. Whether you're dealing with large amounts of data, managing spreadsheets, or just need to generate a data set quickly, this is for you. So imagine you're working on a project and need a bunch of data. Creating it manually would take forever, right? Or maybe you don't want to spend hours browsing the web for free data sets that are relevant and safe to use. Well, thanks to ChatGPT, you can create data sets in no time. And today, I'll show you how easy it is. Yes, it is very, very easy. And that's what I use to generate data sets across the tutorials that I have created for you guys. I have used ChatGPT to create all those data sets, and that's exactly what we are going to see how to do it. Let's take an example of a HR professional. So say you need to practice Excel skills, and you could use a data set with employee details, but instead of typing everything out, we will have ChatGPT generate it for us. Super simple. We'll start with heading to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT, do not need to download anything. You simply go to your web browser, write ChatGPT, and you come with a screen. And you will give it a prompt. The prompt could be something like, I'll ask ChatGPT to create a data set with employee names, job titles, departments, and salaries. Let's make sure it's in a format that we can copy directly into Excel without any fuss. So, how do we do it? We type the prompt into ChatGPT, create a sample data set with all the columns that we want. So employee name, job title, department, and salary, along with maybe date of joining and so on. And we'll see what it does. So we'll come to ChatGPT. I'm using the free version of ChatGPT, and we'll see if that works. So create a data set of employees working with us. Let's see, data set could include columns like employee name, job title, department, joining date, current salary in say USD. What else? Yeah, that's all. Now I'll ask ChatGPT to have the data set in tabular format for use in Excel. I'm not saying how many data rows I want. For now, I'm keeping the prompt super simple, and I just want a data set of employees working with us. And let's see what ChatGPT gives us. Here it is, a sample data set. John Doe, a software engineer from IT, Jane Smith, a project manager from operations, Sarah Brown, data analyst from data science, Michelle Lee, HR specialist from human resources, and so on. Cool. Now this table can be directly copied into Excel, or I can help export it if needed. Let me know if you'd like any adjustments to the data. So if you want any adjustments to the data, or you want more data sets. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 6, 10. So I need 200 rows of data. So update the above table accordingly. It's giving me how you can generate. I'll give you some sample formulas. No, okay, sample formulas, blah blah blah. No, I need the data set in tabular format with 200 rows. I need the sample data set with 200 rows. Okay, and here it is. This, so you might not get what you want, so you need to improvise on the prompt that you gave. So adding a word like sample or example is something that ChatGPT understands better than simply asking it to create a data set. Okay, dot dot dot. So this is a truncated view. I can provide you with a full file download in CSV or XLS format with all to. Yes, that would be great. Help me with a full data set in .xlsx format. And let's see if now ChatGPT provides us with the full data set in XLS format for us to download or maybe copy and paste it. Here it is. I simply click on download and it downloaded the entire data set. I click on it. And here it is. So a list of 200 employees. Okay, but it again is not exactly how I want. It gives me employee name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll once again improvise the font. The above data set has employee names as 1, 2, 3 and so on, but I want some real names. So with realistic names, and now if you download it, you will find 200 data sets with some realistic names, and then you can do all the practice that you want using this data set. So that's this. Moving back to our presentation. So we typed the initial prompt, we got the initial result, we refined the prompt further, and we got the final result. So you downloaded the data, you formatted it in Excel how you want to format it. Now you can also generate data for your pivot tables. So what if you want to practice pivot tables? Pivot tables need aggregated data like sales records for different stores, and so we'll ask ChatGPT to generate some coffee shop sales data that we can use in a pivot table. So we type the new prompt. Let us copy this prompt from here and we paste it in generate. And I'll also give the next. It's great, but instead of this, I'll ask ChatGPT to change name to this. So I'll come back here. Instead of generic store names, like and hit an enter. So I'm asking to generate a coffee shop sales data with 1000 rows for use in pivot table, including columns like date, store location, coffee type, and sales amount. A data set with 1000 rows. Here it is. Let's download it and see what has ChatGPT given us. That's the data set. So it just gave me 2 names because I gave it 2 names, but you have 1000 row of data which you can now use to further work on or create pivot tables using this data set. So that's how easy basically it is to create data sets using ChatGPT. So you no longer have to worry about any of this, about having a practice sheet from me. Rather, you can simply go to ChatGPT and create a practice sheet the way or the industry with what kind of data you work with, and you can extract similar data sets instead of taking my data set or my sheets for practice. So benefits of using AI for data generation. Use ChatGPT, so it's time saving, right? By using ChatGPT to generate data sets saves hours of manual entry or searching for appropriate free data sets online. You can easily customize the data to fit your needs by adjusting the prompts given to ChatGPT, And you can generate diverse types of data for different Excel tasks, from basic spreadsheets to complex pivot table. So you can also give it that you want to practice. So let's say we can change the prompt to something like, I want to practice basic Excel skills like, let's say, sum, count, etc. Help me with a data set in tabular format for the same. Just that. And here you get the data set to practice sum, count, average, and more. So you can give it exactly what you want to practice and what industry or whatever. So I want to practice, it also gave you suggested practice exercises. So that's how you can keep adding or asking it for. So I am from, say, finance world into auditing and accounting. So help me with a data set that is related to what I do. So it now changes the data set, hopefully, tailored to auditing and accounting, where you can practice sum, average, if, count, VLOOKUP, and more. So cash, asset, liability, revenue, you see, it changed the data set. So you can also say that I am an HR or I am a sales guy, whatever industry or whatever your kind of data is, you can ask ChatGPT accordingly and get a data set for yourself. That's so easy to do that you are going to be awed by what you get. So some effective prompting tips: you need to be specific. Clearly state the type of data you need, including column names and number of rows. Do not be afraid to refine your prompts if the initial results are not exactly how you need. Use examples, provide examples of the data format you want to help ChatGPT to understand your requirements, and be creative. Think outside the box when customizing your data, changing generic store names to more interesting, or changing employee's name to something more realistic, and so on. And that's how you end up creating data sets for your practice skills. That's easy, but that's really, really, really a wonderful thing to do. So that helps you improve your prompting. So prompting is something which gets better and better and better the more you prompt. So this helps you improve your prompting skills. This helps you work faster on your Excel practices and become a master with Excel. So that's all for the day. So do you have any further questions? Feel free to ask me and I'll be happy to help. Have a good day until then. Bye-bye.